Hey everybody. Um, I know it's been like a month since I uploaded anything last. And I've been pretty busy. I've got two jobs. I'm a preschool teacher and a I work with Justice, which is a tween and teen and like younger girl clothing store in the mall we have here. So I've been pretty busy with that. Um, But other than that, things have been going really, really good. I just saw Mockingjay Part 1, and it was amazing. Um, they did really good keeping pretty much to the book. There were a few things that I noticed that were not the same or that they changed a little bit, but in some ways I'm kind of glad they did because otherwise I would have been probably bawling my eyes out. They did really good with representing District 13 and what it looked like. I mean, it was crazy, but it was really, really good. And the song, The Hanging Tree, that Katniss learned from her father, they kept that in the movie. And she sang it, and the video crew was able to get it on video, and they used the soundbite to as background for a propo video, and it ended up really good. But in that same scene, um, District 5, essentially their hydro power plant essentially gets blown up. So, um, sorry for those of you who haven't seen the movie. This video is probably going to contain a few spoilers. So sorry. I should have mentioned that at the very beginning. I apologize. And I'm sorry about the lighting. It's like, seriously, it's almost Thanksgiving and it's rainy and dreary outside. So I've got my lamp on behind me and I've got my ceiling light on as well. Oh, and this cute little cat back here, this is Gizmo. He's 17. He's deaf. Yep, but he's sweet. But anyways, back to Mockingjay. They cut it where I thought they would. It was right after Peeta chokes Katniss. She finds him basically strapped to the bed and he's trying to get off, so he's like convulsing essentially. And it's because of stupid President Snow and the hijacking that he did to Peeta. It's mad crazy. But like I said, they did really, really good, and the scene with District 8 almost made me cry because reading a book is one thing, but when you see that book and those scenes that you get so emotional over reading brought to life, then they're even more emotional. So I cried like 4 or 5 times, and yeah. But the one thing I'm glad that they changed up a little bit was in the book. There's a scene where Peeta's being interviewed and he ends up warning all of District 12 and Katniss that, hey, the Capitol's going to attack, no one's going to survive, they're coming for you. Well, in the book, he's in a white room and in a white suit. And after he says that, there's peacekeepers that come in and the floor, like, the camera gets knocked over and he gets knocked to the floor and you hear, like, basically the kicking of boots, and then next thing you know, there's blood splatter on the white tile. Luckily, they changed that scene a little bit for the movie. And for me personally, Kind of glad they did that because I pretty much cried when I read that in the book. So, yeah. But something they also changed, though, was that in the book, everything was too overwhelming for Katniss. They're in District 13, so they sent her to one of the other districts so she could relax and recuperate and get back to, like, focus again. But they ended up not doing that in the movie. But something I thought was really cool was that breaking in to, like, all of Panem, Beatty was really good at that. Like, getting all the propos across. And they ended up having Finnick stand where the bombing happened at District 13, like, just the night or two before, and speak to the whole capital and all of Panem about, you know, what the price of being a victor is and what he had to go through. And that one of the things that was more valuable than the money or the time or the jewels or food was he was paid with secrets of the most high up of the high up, including President Snow. And went into talking about why President Snow uses the roses. And so if anybody, knows basically the ending of Mockingjay, the book that is, where Katniss is supposed to be shooting President Snow, and a little, like, that scene that happened right before it when they're talking, when he's in his own personal rose garden, you'll understand the implications behind what Finnick is saying to the entire nation of Panem. And it's a little bit of foreshadowing, I have to say. Because obviously, you hear what Finnick says, and then you think ahead. If you've read the books, you know what happens. So it's a little bit of foreshadowing. And I don't know. With Effie, they changed to where she was a political refugee in District 13. Yeah, it's kind of interesting. But it worked really well because, getting Katniss to be the Mockingjay, needed the escort, needed that, like, Mockingjay escort. And so since Cinna is dead, Effie steps in, essentially is like, yeah, there may not be a styling team here, but you know what? You'll be the best looking Mockingjay ever. And she figures out a way to update those ugly gray jumpsuits that everyone in District 13 has to wear. And she does it with flair too, so it's all good. One line that sticks with me is like she tells Katniss after she sees her in the Mockingjay costume that Cinna designs. She's like, oh, Katniss, everyone's either going to want to be you, kill you. No, everyone's going to want to kiss you, be you, or kill you. And so I thought that was, it's kind of cool because she's, back in Catching Fire. She finally comes to the realization that what the Capitol is doing to these children is wrong. And so to see this change in her, to see her on a civilian level, is really it's an amazing thing. And also you see Haymitch, he's sober. He's completely sober. But that's because District 13 is basically prohibition. There's no alcohol. None. So he doesn't like that. But it's good to see him sober because it allows him to have a level mind and help Katniss when he needs to be. So yeah. But overall I really enjoyed part 1. Now I have to wait an entire another year to, like, November 20th of 2015 to see part 2. And I'm interested to see where they go with that, because I've read rumors that Suzanne Collins hated writing that Finnick gets basically decapitated by a lizard mutt. So I've read rumors that they didn't keep it in the movie. So I don't know what to think on that. So I guess we'll see this time next year what goes on with Finnick, and then how the scene with the firebombs dropping on the Capitol and killing all the children and even Prim, and how Katniss handles that, with it basically essentially being Gale's fault. So we'll see with that. So yeah, that's pretty much that. That's what I wanted to do this video on, was like my thoughts and ideas of Mockingjay Part 1. Hopefully it won't be as long before I upload another video. I'd like to do one for Christmas. So I may do one like here in a couple of weeks, talking about like the Christmas season and stuff. So yeah, maybe even like, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. But until then, if you like this video, please like and subscribe down below, and please leave a comment. I'm always up for constructive criticism, and even if you just want to say, hey, I liked your comment, or I liked this or this. So please, I'm always up for something. I also have a DeviantArt account, and I'll link that down below, and I've got a Twitter. So if you want to get a hold of me on Twitter and ask me some questions, you can do that. I'm thinking of doing like a Q&A video here soon, so if that's something that might interest you, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment your question down below, and I will try to get that Q&A up and going, only if you want it. So I guess until next time, I will see you all later and talk to you guys later. See ya.